Good afternoon. This is a news update on Dominion Television, Ibadan. I am Osayanoma Saba. The federal government has ordered the withdrawal of the case against Comfort Emerson on an IBOM Air flight on August 10, 2025. The development came after Emerson was remanded in prison following the incident. Civil societies, the public, including the Nigerian Bar Association, have condemned IBOM Air and the airline operators of Nigeria for their handling of the incident. Inspector General of Police Olukayode Egbetokun has ordered the Commissioner of Police, Airport Command, to immediately commence a thorough investigation into alleged obstruction of the safe operation of an aircraft involving Wasiu Ayinde, popularly known as Kwam-1, at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja. According to a statement by the Force Public Relations Officer, DCP Olumuyiwa Adejobi, the police received a petition from an official from the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority. Recall that on August 5, 2025, Kwam-1 was involved in an altercation at Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, while attempting to board a ValueJet flight to Lagos. The dispute began when he carried a flask on board, which aviation staff suspected contained alcohol, a prohibited substance on domestic flights in Nigeria. Ogun Police Command says its operatives have arrested 2 men in connection with the unlawful possession of 3 human skulls in the Ijebu area of the state. The command's public relations officer, Omolola Odutola, disclosed this in a statement issued in Abeokuta, the state capital. According to her, the preliminary investigation led to the arrest of another suspect, Jamiu Yisa, aged 53, behind the Ijebu-Ode Local Government Secretariat. The Ogun State Commissioner of Police, Lanre Ogunlowo, has, however, directed the State Criminal Investigation Department to take over the case for discrete investigations. As the use of drugs are essential in certain situations, either to boost the immune system, to regain strength, treating and preventing various illnesses, offering relief from symptoms and improving overall health, it is, however, disturbing as most people either abuse these substances or take without the right directives. Some residents of Ibadan, while speaking with Dominion News, revealed what warrants their use of drugs, emphasizing the need to seek and adhere to doctors' prescriptions before taking any drugs. The intake of a medication without consulting a doctor or medical professional has been proven to increase the risk of taking an incorrect dose or using drugs for longer than necessary. On the foreign scene, U.S. National Guard troops have begun appearing on the streets of Washington, D.C., a day after President Donald Trump deployed the troops to the city and took control of its police force as he argued violent crime was out of control. Armored vehicles were spotted at urban centers and tourist sites around the U.S. Capitol on Tuesday evening. Officials have said that 800 National Guard troops are expected to be deployed, as well as 500 federal law enforcement agents. Washington, D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser, a Democrat who has denied crime is out of control in her city, described the troop deployment as an authoritarian push. Colombian presidential candidate Miguel Uribe has died 2 months after being shot at a campaign rally as the attack rekindled fears of a return to the nation's violent past. The 39-year-old conservative senator, a grandson of former President Julio Cesar Turbe, was shot in the head and leg on June 7 at a rally in the capital Bogota by a suspected 15-year-old hitman. Despite signs of progress in recent weeks, his doctors on Saturday announced he had suffered a new brain hemorrhage. Authorities have arrested 6 suspects linked to the attack, including the alleged shooter, who was captured at the scene by Uribe's bodyguards. A political row has erupted in India over allegations of vote theft, with opposition parties accusing the country's election body of irregularities, which they say favored the ruling party, Bharatiya Janata Party (BJP), in the 2024 general elections. On Tuesday, Parliament was adjourned after opposition MPs demanded a debate on the integrity of India's electoral process. A day earlier, dozens of opposition leaders, including Congress party leader Rahul Gandhi, were briefly detained by the police in the capital Delhi as they tried to march to the Election Commission of India's headquarters. Gandhi's first raised the issue at a 7 August press conference in Delhi and has since managed to galvanize strong support from hundreds of opposition lawmakers. Nearly 50 prisoners broke out from jail in the Southwest Democratic Republic of Congo in the night from Monday to Tuesday, according to local sources. Prison breaks are a feature of life in the DRC, where the majority of jails were built by the country's Belgian colonizers and are today overflowing with inmates. The escapees were all held in one of the prison's 2 remaining cells, and because they were suffocating, they breached the wall and fled. Confirming the prison break, Idiofa administrator Adelard Kintolo argued that the penitentiary no longer conformed to standards. Talking sports, former Nigerian international John Utaka has expressed his desire to coach the Super Eagles if the Nigeria Football Federation deems him fit for the job. Recall that Utaka was recently appointed head coach of Montpellier's women's football team in France's top-tier Division 1 Feminine. Speaking after his appointment, the former Portsmouth star stated that he's always ready to coach the Super Eagles if called upon by NFF. Utaka earned 48 caps for Nigeria, scoring 6 goals. He was part of the Super Eagles squad that finished 3rd at the 2006 Africa Cup of Nations in Tunisia. You can also follow us across our social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube and LinkedIn at Dominion Broadcast, and on X at DominionCast. And that ends the news update on Dominion Television. I am Osayanoma Saba. Thank you for watching.